How are you? I'm sure, I believe that you would have benefited from the last video. It was lovely to receive your comments and likes. I'm really very happy, and I'm so glad that I am getting calls of my ex-colleagues and my students who are liking and sharing. And I'm planning to share some other topics of which are of general interest for all of us in future so that everybody finds something interesting for him or her. Today, I'm going to talk to you regarding comments writing, which is very important. All teachers they write comments or remarks on teacher students report cards. It is usually done twice in a year after mid-year exam or final, or maybe after every assessment. And it's very important because how we rate our students and what is our views about our students, they really matter because they are the one which makes parents understand how much school is contributing and what real problems are their children facing from the point of view of the teacher, because teachers are professional, of course, and it helps them also understand what are they supposed to contribute in order so that effective teaching and learning may continue to take place. So I know many teachers, many friends, many colleagues, they take a lot of pain in writing effective comments. They make field notes throughout the year, and they have enough content to depend upon, and they never find any difficulty in your exam or while writing on report cards. But there are many people who rely on ready-made remarks banks, which are available on software, and they pick and choose some average remarks, some high average, some above average and some below average, but they know it that the remarks are not fully applicable to the student they're writing about. And for parents, maybe every remark, because they have only one child or two maybe, but for the one who is checking those remarks, especially in the higher authority, they find that after every second or third, there are remarks are being repeated or there's redundancy. Hopefully, you would find today's session very interesting and hopefully very helpful. Let's see. Working in different setups, I have observed and I have come to conclusion that very few people, parents, they turn up on PTMs, parent teacher meeting, and one of the reasons, there are perhaps many reasons that they share, but one of those reasons are that they feel as if they are being held responsible for all the shortcomings in the child, and sometimes it's a kind of very cross talk and a hot talk in which they feel as if teachers are offending them and blaming them and shifting the blame to the parents. So why should parents visit the PTM where their situation is embarrassing? Right. And in few situations, they feel as if the teacher doesn't know their child. Now let's quickly go through few of the aspects or the features that can transform our remarks into quality remarks. The first and the foremost is remarks should be child focused, student focused. It should be specific. It should not be general. One of the comfort zone is that in most of the institution and systems of repute, there are comments bank. I mean, 10 to 15 comments are there for above average, and similar number of comments are there in a remarks bank in the software, which are for the average student, and similarly for the below average. So what happens is the teacher go and pick up a remark which is befitting to the child, and they never know that after 2 to 3 students, the senior remarks are being copied, and at least the beginning is the same, or sometime in the middle they are the same remarks. Because for the parents, they are individual, their children, and for them, probably and most likely, the remarks are new and but for you being head of the institution, when you check the remarks, you see there is a continuity. The similar remarks for after every second or third child there are similarity, and you feel less impressed and not happy. So the child focus specific. One of the suggestion that can be conveyed is that it should not be near the closure of the academic session that you should start worrying about remarks. It should be a process continuing for the entire year in the form of field notes. There are good institutions who motivate teachers to keep writing during the lesson anything they find in specific in their students. In this way, you over the period of a long time, you see observe behavior and you see the quality of work, whether the student is working nicely, doing work daily properly, cleanliness, legibility of writing, behavior in the class, cooperative, participating in group work and pair work, and how does he feel or she feels when the feedback is provided. So you can find ample opportunities to write comments during your normal study time. So child focused and specific. Secondly, it should be helpful. The remarks should be of this nature that often and imply to the parents that we are actually trying to help them out by suggesting their role in order so the child may progress and develop. There should be appropriate vocabulary suggesting remedies, and there should be flow of writing. There should not be any broken sentences, or there should not be hiccups while reading it. And similarly, variety of sentence structure. These are the language points, construction types, and length, so that the remarks look beautiful and they are impressive in writing. Now let's have a look at few comments which I have copied from remarks written by different teachers on different report cards, and I have copied them as they are without making any changes in them. Let's look at the first one. Najim is a good boy. His behavior with friends is good. He writes good answers. His writing is very good. He has good aim for his life. Above all, he wants to be a good human being. You see, the word good is being repeated over and again, and on the top, it's written the word good is not good enough because it's not conveying shades of meaning that you want to convey to the parents or to the child. So let's um, uh, instead of I have a suggestion for you also that instead of moving forward, why don't you write? Why don't you change this into a better one by replacing good with an appropriate vocabulary, and then see, and then afterwards see the response that I have written beneath. But let's continue. Najim is a very social boy whose behavior with his friends is cooperative. He not only writes beautifully, his answers also depict depth and clarity of concept. His aims for life are high and he wants to become a useful member of society. You see, the word good has been changed by by variety of words. So there is a beauty in the choice of words, and overall comments they look beautiful. In order so that you understand better, I am in the forthcoming slide. I'm going to share with you three different comments, three different paragraphs written differently, and in that I have tried to show you the impact of variety of sentence construction. You will see how it creates an effect. How by varying the sentence length and the sentence opening and the sentence structure, how can the effect be created? So let's watch that. Varying sentence structure. Read the following three extracts and decide which one is conveying the idea most effectively and why. Number one, it was a Monday in June. It was early in the morning. The school was quiet. No one else had arrived yet. Today was an important one. Our exams were beginning today. I was very nervous. I had tried hard. I had revised for several hours each night. I felt ready. I was determined to do well. So grammatically it is correct, huh? Now let's see the second one. When I arrived at school, I was the first one there because it was very early on that Monday, which was the day on which our examinations were going to begin, for which I had prepared carefully. Excuse me. By staying up late night because I was anxious to do well, and now I felt well prepared and ready to do well in the exam, but I still felt very nervous. Last one. It was early on Monday morning. As no one else had arrived yet, the school was quiet and deserted. Today was important for me as it marked the beginning of our examination. I tried hard, staying up late each night, revising because I was anxious to do so. So these are three paragraphs. So these are three.
So from these three different excerpts, you must have noticed the difference. The first one is simple sentences. So many sentences, they are jerky, and I mean, you don't get a nice feeling. Although grammatically they are correct, but the first excerpt seems too simple and hence not very impressive, although you get the message across. The second one is a long sentence which was not required. So many commas are there. The idea is being stretched and dragged too long, and hence it's unimpressive. And communication is faulty. The last one you see there are sizable sentences, beautiful sentence structure. There's a variety and understandable, digestible chunks of language. And I'm sure the last one you will equally like that as I like that. Having discussed variety of sentence construction and use of appropriate vocabulary, sentence opening, I'm going to show you a few of the comments written by a few teachers in which there are some mistakes, and I would really appreciate if you yourself find the mistakes and find out what's wrong with them. Uh, Someone wrote, "Hard work is the key to success. Hard work uh, is the key to success." As I asked you, suggested you to find the mistake yourself. There are language mistakes in it. Arlen is a hard-working boy. Again, there is a mistake in it. Hamza is a good fellow, but he is developing a better attitude towards improving his studies. I mean, this coordinating conjunction doesn't make sense to me, but because good fellow, I think there should be change here. But he's developing seems a better choice, better attitude towards improving studies. Umar has a disciplined conduct in general. Again, the mistake. Disciplined adjective, conduct in general. He has the ability to do things properly when instructed. I mean, not very helpful, if you see. Sam has potential to do high standard work by considerable attention. I'm not very clear about him. I mean, each one of normal human being has potential to do, but by considerable attention, with the help of a lot of attention, and probably that's what they wanted to come. Naman is an obedient and cooperative student. He has good progress. With little effort, he can achieve B grade. Punctuation mistake. Again, good is, you see, good has been repeated so many times, and as I told you, good is not good enough. Oh, again, Klim is a good boy. He has the ability to work in a group, in our group. He needs to be attentive during class discussion. He must be motivated while doing his work. He has a friendly nature. Overall, he is very cooperative. Again, small sentences, and there is no coherence. Flow of writing is also disturbed. Idea is not flowing, I mean, beautifully. Coherence is missing. Mahad is a good student. He's good at listening. He's a shy student, does not show his true abilities. He's good at giving example. With little effort, he can improve the quality of his work and give best result. So one thing I'm sure that we all need to look at maximum synonym of good. I hope you would have found today's session helpful and beneficial. Please do comment, and I know it's not complete, it's not all embracing. There, I would have left many important areas, but since there's a limitation of time, I don't want to make you feel boring. Although I feel as if I'm not so, I'm an interesting person. But gradually I'm, because it's so difficult to look at that small hole on my laptop and talk to you. It's so artificial. But I'm sure with the passage of time, I'll be growing in confidence and I'll be making better videos with better, content, and based on my experience and the experience that is mostly enriched by sharing ideas with you and getting ideas from you people. See you soon, inshallah. Thank you. Bye.